Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into a sick Christmas update from GWV. So here we go again, it's time to bring you another Christmas 2021 update. And yeah, we're up to update number 6 now. Much more regular with the Christmas updates, as I promised. You know, from mid-November onwards, we always start doing them a lot more regularly. So yeah, here we go again. Time for another Christmas update, and I shall get on that for you very shortly. Thank you so much to Richard for the incredible Christmas updates gift. I love it. I love Christmas update gift. Thank you so much, Rich, for the gift. If that doesn't get everybody in the mood for Christmas, I don't know what will. And in fact, I have got mince pies ready to start munching soon. But thank you so much, Rich. I haven't actually, but I will, because we do our own, you know, GWV Towers. We bake. So I'll have to have a run through soon, won't I? I definitely feel like it, you know, with the gift. But anyway, thank you so much to Richard. I'm on a tangent already, and we haven't even started the video. Thank you so much to Richard for the gift. I love it. So let's just talk about the Christmas updates so far. So it's been an interesting season of updates. Generally, so far the Christmas updates have been trending mild. We've done 5 up to this point. 4 of the 5 have been mild. Couple very mild. We did have one cold, and I think that's update number 3. That's a little bit colder. But otherwise, definitely the trend for Christmas at the moment, or up to now anyway, has been mild. I do not know what long range CFSV2 is going to show, however, so it'll be as much a surprise for me as it is for you, and we'll have a look at that in a moment. Of course we will. Just say that it's busy day at GWV today, so I'm not sure what time it's being released as you're watching it, but I was on Wednesday USA forecast, so make sure you check that one out, and a 10 to 14 day, and we may have a look at 12Z at some point as well this evening. So an epic day of content, so please check out all of the videos if you would like to do that. Right, okay, let's start. Before we move over to weather, just to say, of course, we can't pin down the weather for the exact date of Christmas Day. Can't say that it's going to be doing this, and this at 4 PM in the afternoon on Christmas Day afternoon, because it's much too far away. We're looking for the overall trend of the model, you know, around the Christmas period, be that sort of early to mid-December to late December to early to mid-January. That sort of period, first half of winter, if you like. And within that, of course, Christmas is falling every time we look at it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to tell you. Going to be using a 12Z, of course. No, we don't want that. We want to go here. Going to be using the 12Z, of course, from the CFSV2. It's run 4 times a day, but we always pick the 12Z run for no particular reason other than that's what we've always traditionally used. So can't be you know, told off cherry picking any particular outcome. It's purely how these updates are coming out as we are doing them. Okay, right, that's all I'm going to tell you. Let's have a look, then. Let's have a look. Right, so we're beginning here on the 30th of November, actually, when we've got high pressure south, low pressure north. Now, look what happens as we get through to the next day. This is the 1st of December, first day of mid-shot winter, and first day of December. High pressure beginning to push up towards Greenland. Low pressure trying to push down into Scandinavia. There's a cold front introducing a cold northerly wind. Look at that. So, by the 2nd of December, we've got high pressure reaching in the Atlantic, going up to Greenland. Low pressure is through Scandinavia, winds turning into a much colder northerly. This suggests a cold start to December, maybe risking some snow in northern and eastern areas. By the way, this is generated midday 12Z on Tuesday the 16th of November. Right, so we're up to the 4th of December now. Low pressures to our east, bringing a real cold and wintry spell to much of northern Europe, including Scandinavia. We're a little bit on the periphery of it, but I think we're close enough to be pulling in some cold air to the north and maybe some snow showers in northern and eastern areas. Then we progress on through the second half of the first week of December. High pressure builds in across the country. That's in cold air, so that's producing a lot of frost and fog, I would have thought. Beginning to get a little bit milder than the top of the high across northern parts of Scotland. High pressure still sitting there as we go through to the beginning of the second week of December. This is Thursday the 9th. High pressure still dominating the weather. Centre now is to our east. So a proper prolonged spell of cold, frosty weather with this really away from northern and western Scotland. Scotland. Changes road bear. 10th December, the high pressure begins to slip southwards. We introduce a milder westerly wind in from off the Atlantic, so it is turning significantly milder, wetter and windier there as we go from the 10th to the 11th of December. However, when we get through to the 12th of December, high pressure pulls back out into the Atlantic, low pressure in Scandinavia, we go back into colder north or northwesterly. So yes, by the 13th of December, we're back into cold northerlies again. This is bringing another shot of cold air in from the north. There will be snow showers, particularly for more northern and eastern areas. Also, like only a brief cold snap, and then high pressure slips southwards again, and back in comes this milder westerly, southwesterly wind. So it looks as though we've got a duel going on here through the first half of December, between alternating colder and milder air masses, sometimes from the north with winds, sometimes from west or from the southwest. Right, let's start moving up towards Christmas then. So we're moving from the 17th through to the 18th of December. Looks like we're going flat and westerly. So are we returning to another mild Christmas? It doesn't look like there's much in the way of cold weather doing there. It will be generally mild week before Christmas with outbreaks of rain, particularly in the north. Right, 20th, 21st of December, high pressure started to push up from the south, so that's bringing mainly dry weather. That's a very mild air mass again, though. Winds are in from a west or southwesterly direction for northern and western areas, so like the shortest day of the year. High pressure sitting across England and Wales and much of Germany. So I mean, there could be some frost and fog, I suppose, with that in the southeast, but generally that is a mild setup. Right, let's get to Christmas then. So here we go again. This is Christmas Eve, and once more we're looking very mild today with the CFS V2. We've got low pressure away to our northwest. We've got high pressure centred somewhere over Central Europe, are becoming those very mild, if not quite warm, southwesterly winds. No white Christmas doing there. That is Christmas Eve itself, and again it's looking very mild once more with winds coming up from a southwesterly southerly direction. You're probably talking about temperatures into the teens Celsius there, particularly more southern and eastern areas are really, really mild. Christmas Eve once more. That is Christmas Day. Again, it's looking very mild, I have to say, with high pressure sitting over and to the south. Not what you want to see if you want a cold Christmas, but again, this is just how these updates are coming out. I have no control over what the CFS is doing. This is purely how the model is trending, and it is mild. There's no getting away from it. We're early stages of the Christmas update, so we've got to get that on the tape. This is early, stage stuff, but in the early stages, the trend is definitely for a mild Christmas. This is another one. Saturday, 25th December, winds up from the south, mainly dry. Could be like fog, I suppose, so that would limit the temperature, make it a bit colder, seasonal feel, but overall this is a mild air mass that we are under. And it goes on into Boxing Day as well, all the time drawing up these southwesterly to southerly winds. So that is a remarkably mild Christmas once again. Right, let's move on towards the new year then. So this is 27th through 28th of December, beginning to go wet and windy, but still mild. All the weather is coming in from off the Atlantic. Will we get any cold weather? Let's wait and see. So 29th of December, turning wet and windy. And then up to New Year, it's just looking very, very mild again, this one, with southwesterly winds. Lots of dry weather in the south, somewhat wet and windy up in the north, but it certainly is a very mild end to 2021. What happens as we get into January? So this is New Year's Day, again looking really mild with both southwesterly winds once more, and it still continues then through the first week of January. Further wet and windy weather coming in off the Atlantic, but it is all coming in off the Atlantic, so through the first half of January it's just looking very, very Atlantic driven. There's not much more to say, really. There's no sign of anything particularly cold going on whatsoever. It's trying to get a little bit more blocked. We're well beyond Christmas now. Trying to get a little bit more blocked across northern and eastern parts of Europe. And maybe by late January we might start getting into something cold, because we're well beyond Christmas. Then, shall I run out a bit further? There we go. So we do get some easterly winds. Eventually, we do get it cold from the east eventually there, but not for long, actually. Right, okay, so it's another one. We've definitely got a trend in the early stages of these Christmas updates for a mild Christmas. Looks like very mild, very, very mild Christmas showing up on a lot of these updates. The only thing to say is that it is early stages. We're only at the early part of our Christmas updates, and we shall see where it goes. So will we get a flip to something a lot colder, or will we just run with this trend? Maybe the CFS this year is just going to run with this all the way up to Christmas. We shall see. I reckon we'll get a cold one sometime, though, even, you know, just by law of averages, because the CFS will be playing around with ideas all the time. So by law of averages, we will get a cold one, I think, but it's a question whether it's just a one-off cold one or whether it will mark the flip to a colder trend. But at the moment, the trend is definitely towards mild. We're going to do our next update, which will be update number 7 for you on Friday. So that is going to be an interesting watch, to say the least. I'm sure it will. Right, so that's it for Christmas update number 6, though. Make sure you check out all today's other content. Don't miss out. And yeah, 7th Christmas update coming up for you on Friday. But for this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.